Hi guys! Today we are heading back to the place that holds a lot of memories. We are in Anilao, Mabini, Batangas at the iconic Eagle Point Beach and Dive Resort. I haven't been here since 2009, over a decade ago. Back then, I was just a visitor. Today, I'm back with the gear to show you everything. We only had an overnight stay, so we had to move fast to maximize the experience. From private islands to seeing an old fishy friend, let's dive in! We wasted no time. Day 1 was all about Sepoc Island. We booked the earliest boat ride and it's a scenic one. The cost is 4,000 pesos for 8 people. On top of that, there's an entrance fee of 300 per head, plus a 50 pesos environmental fee for the municipality. The sea was calm with moderate cool breeze. The boat ride was about 20 minutes and you get to see the scenic transition from the rugged mountainous coastline of the Kalumpang Peninsula to the secluded white sand covers of the Marikaban Island. There were already people snorkeling near the island when we arrived. Did you know that the Sepoc Island is actually managed and owned by Eagle Point? That means it's exclusive. Only guests of the resort are allowed to land here and use the pavilion. Once we landed, we took a short trek up the hill. Look at this 180-degree view of the island and the surrounding Batangas waters. It is absolutely stunning from up here. There's also a small pathway that leads to the other side of the island. To be honest, there's nothing particular special over here, but it's a nice walk if you want to explore. Being here brings back so many memories. The last time I was on the sand, we were doing a team building activity. It's crazy how much has changed, yet the vibe remains the same. We ordered lunch ahead of time. Since the check-in time is 2 p.m., we plan to stay at the island until noon. A reminder, the resort advertised set meals, but when we got to the pavilion, it was prepared as a group sharing plates. No complaints here though. The grilled squid was fantastic, and everyone in the group was satisfied. Here are the menu sets that you can choose from. Warning for Sepoc Island. The crows. They're smart and they are fast. Keep an eye on your plate or they will join you for lunch. The restroom. There is a facility on the island, but don't expect clean running water. It's very basic. Bring aqua shoes as the island and the resort are not covered by fine sand, but with sharp pebbles and stones. After Sepoc, we did a quick detour to Sombrero Island for some fish feeding. It's right nearby. Shaped like, you guessed it, a hat. The waves were a bit choppy, making the feeding a challenge. This is an additional 800 pesos. I would suggest to skip this. You can have the same experience back at the resort for free. Back at the resort, it was time to settle to our rooms. Here's a quick room tour. It's cozy, clean, and has that classic Batangas resort feel. The resort has swimming pools with slides, which the kids and the kids at heart will enjoy. If you are with a big group and want to party, they have a pavilion here where you can rent videoke for around 4,200 pesos. Nothing says a Filipino beach trip like some late night singing. Just a heads up, you'll need to park at the uphill lot and take their shuttle down a steep, winding road to the resort. Seniors and guests with mobility issues may find navigating the area challenging. One thing I appreciated during our visit was the presence of the many on-the-job trainees. There's always someone around if you need assistance. They're polite and greet guests warmly. I went out at around 4 p.m. to roam around the resort, and of course, to witness a good sunset view, which did not disappoint. Enjoy that magical moment where the sky falls in love with the sea and the ochre sun leaves a fiery lingering kiss upon the calm horizon. Dinner was set at the main restaurant. They've got a great selection of Filipino and international dishes. Prices are what you expect for a major resort, around 400 to 700 pesos per head for a full meal. But the serving sizes are generous. Group sharing is always the best option. They have a souvenir shop and a bar here. Day 2 started with a classic tapsilog breakfast. I'll be honest, I was so hungry I almost finished it before I remembered to hit record. It was solid and the coffee is unlimited, which is a huge win in my book. After breakfast, there was a crash course in drone flying. Hey DJI, would love to be sponsored though. Next, we headed to the saltwater pool. This is a unique feature of Eagle Point. It's where they teach diving courses and where you can practice your snorkeling before hitting the open sea. This pool is also the home of a local celebrity. This is where we first met the Giant Lapu-lapu years ago. Back then, he was the king of the pool, scary and fast. Today, he's like a retired legend. He's older, slower, and just glides through the water. It is actually quite moving to see him again after all this time. Me and my friends spent most of the morning till early afternoon snorkeling near the resort. We found that the reef right in front of it is so full of life. There's so much corals and marine life thriving within the resort's reach. We could have stayed longer if it wasn't time to prepare and check out. Now, Anilao has a ton of new modern resorts popping up everywhere. And yes, Eagle Point is dated in some areas. But why does it still stand out? It's the location. They have the best house reef in the area, the best access to Sepoc, and a heritage feel you just can't replicate. On the way home, don't forget the stopovers. We hit at Ate's Pasalubong Center for some local treats, and grab a cafe fix and lomi at Kape Serbesa. Both are must visits to support local Batangas businesses. Our overnight stay was brief, but it provided the perfect soul reset. There is a unique kind of therapy in simply drifting with the current and watching the world beneath the surface. It's relaxing, it's grounding, and it reminds you why Batangas is always a good idea. If you enjoyed this adventure, hit that like button, subscribe to Shutterbug Foodie, and let me know in the comments, is there any place you've revisited after many years? Until the next meal and the next adventure, keep clicking and keep eating. I'll see you around!